just a vegan in a flesh-hungry world.
He's a vegan. He's a vegan.
Hi, I'm Vegan Smythe. Welcome to Freedom of Preach. You know, when I first went vegan about 7.5 years ago, I was struck by a wave of comments by people I'd known and people I'd just met about why being vegan was so stupid. The first one I heard, I still remember the day and the time, it was that, well, literally was, that plants have feelings too. And that was a big one then, very big. Plants have feelings too. There's all kind of evidence and science and all the good stuff, especially the science was all there. And of course the canine teeth, which if you look very carefully, if you feel, there's one tooth that we call the canine tooth, and that's why we can't be vegan too. And that we've been killing animals for thousands of years. That was right up there. And mum's cooking was another one. There are a few others probably that I can't remember, but these were the reasons why being vegan was so stupid. And you know, that took me a good 5-6 seconds to deal with the anguish of those problems. But the big one now, and it's become the big one, it's the big anti-vegan zinger, and a new book has been written on the topic by, believe it or not, a pig farmer. Who'd have thought a pig farmer would write a book with the big vegan zinger? Is that in the production of foods that vegans eat, animals are killed. Insects are killed, mice are killed. They're talking a lot about mice. And so that's come out in this bloke's book. Matthew Evans is his name. It was big media news here in Australia. So part of the Matthew Evans statement is that vegans do not realise that billions of animals die in the preparation of plant foods. And I did realise, Matthew, I realised. It's sad, but I did realise, because it's an imperfect world and vegans are just trying to create more kindness, act more, I'm not going to say mindfully because it's just such a buzz term, but let's put in a blank space for something that means mindfully but isn't that word. And of course, all these books, and his book particularly, is a great example of lots of science, lots of numbers, lots of statistics. And if you follow them through, you'll find that they all lead back to someone's imagination, maybe some figure someone found once by some very, very dubious scientific calculation, and then they just added a couple of zeros for dramatic effect. It's really the science, the so-called science behind it is, look, it's true. Animals do die when farming's occurring right now. But my point, which has never been addressed in any article that I've seen, is this. Vegans want a vegan world. We don't want a vegan option. We want people to generally act in a vegan way. And if you're not sure of the definition of vegan, just go look it up on the Vegan UK website, Vegan Society, because they invented the word. I guess they should have a say into what it means. And there's a very specific meaning, which basically means that we try the best we can to help animals. We know we're not perfect. And in following through from that, my point would be to the people who've got the science that we're not doing, we're just not perfect, and did you ever think that you weren't perfect? Yeah, well, hell yes. Is that if we do reach the stage, finally, in this society of being, let's say, level 1 vegans, in that we don't farm animals and we don't do research on animals, then we can throw more energy into the minimisation of harm caused to animals through plant farming. That'll be like the next wave of veganism. Plus, there's, of course, the argument that if you're farming animals, you need to feed them plants, and those plants have been farmed, and the animals that are killed in farming of plants are going to be killed, so you're killing more animals. That's kind of more like the good scientific reasoning, which, although it's true, I don't know if it really zings people as much as that really good zingy, vegans are bad, they kill animals. That's super zingy. People really have caught on with that. So that's my thoughts on the current big anti-vegan zinger. And once we get through that one, I'm looking forward to the next. I'm sure there will be one.
I'm just a vegan in a flesh
vegan.